So this is not a drill. Alya said the thing. She said the three magic words, I love you. Kind of. It doesn't matter if it was in another damn language. Even if she thinks only she could have even had a chance at hearing what she heard. Even if our boy didn't hear it, or he did or didn't, it doesn't matter. She said them out loud by episode 4. And this comes off the heels of the most painful reveal of last week. That the sister's the childhood friend, and it opens up a can of worms. Some people like, oh yeah, but Alya's gonna win, so why does it matter? It's like, you selfish, horrible person, if you said that. Because the sister doesn't deserve heartbreak. That's the issue. That's why it's pain. This show doesn't follow a formula. And I have seen school series where it's like, okay, there's not like a consistent formula. Like, it almost feels like it does whatever it wants as it goes on. But usually those shows are messy. Usually those shows aren't really exciting, or, it's just kind of like a forget about it show. This show's anything other than that. Somehow everything about this series, just take a step back. The episode is literally a generic student council episode of boy gets recruited. Our MC gets recruited for student council. He goes, solves an issue, gets recruited to student council. That's technically what this episode was, but it just works. And somehow the dialogue feels natural, and just the way he comes to help our girl, and then how it goes from, are they going to compete for student council president, to, I'm in your corner, shut up, take my hand, to a freaking I love you. The drama and heartbreak's still going to be there, but wow. Yeah, I have full live reactions over on Patreon if you want to see my full and thought to any of these episodes. It's going to be over there exclusively. I don't even know where to begin. I think they did such a good job with that. It's such a simple bickering. It's like two sports teams arguing about who gets to play where. And I love the idea that she's so, timid. She's so passive. She's such a sweet person. And unfortunately, she didn't know what to do. And the fact that she begged for someone, he was actually going to leave her be. Yeah, this is a difficult situation, but I'm not just going to step in and make her look bad. Had she not said, somebody please help me in Russian, he would have just let her be. And the solution pretty much being, bigger team gets it, and then we're going to, okay, how about the managers from this other team? It's it pretty much becomes, hey, boyfriend of, I think it was the baseball team, and then is dating manager girlfriend on the other team, so then they get to help each other. Everyone's pretty much happy because one side gets some beauties to help them up and the other side gets to play where they want to. Very simple solution, but makes total sense in terms of the resolution of everything. But I love how it works out to be this first moment where it's very clear for her that maybe she's biting off a little more than she can chew, because right now it seems like when it does come to conflict, she doesn't really have that voice yet. But of course she does want to progress and she wants to get better and stuff like that. And the fact that it goes from him pretty much being yeah, maybe I will take up and maybe I will try to rise up the ranks, maybe it will cause us to compete, to shut up and take my hand. Such a great moment, and such a almost unexpected moment. In a weird way, the shut up and take my hand is pretty much the placeholder for I love you in that scene. Because at the end of the day, it's pretty much him saying, I will stand by your side, I will be there for you, I will support you, and you never have to worry because I'm by your side. No wonder the girl pretty much had to confess an I love you out loud, even if it was in Russian. Though it is adorable to see her punching her pillow, being no, there's no way I'd be in love. She's just having a temper tantrum, and it's fantastic. The crazy thing is, it's not even that. We also got a kiss on the cheek, which may not seem like a lot, but honestly, man, between dropping that out loud, even if it's in another language, and some physical affection like that, they're making more progress than a lot of these damn shows do in multiple seasons. Not saying all, there's been some great progress in terms of romance anime as of late, but still, it's not common enough to the point that I feel oh, the whole hand-holding meme, because that's what a lot of anime couples do in these types of shows, if you're lucky by episode 12, hand-holding. We're already getting, kind of confessions out loud, even if it is in another language, on top of, hey, I was kind of a bitch for slapping you, so at least I'll give you a peck on the cheek here. That's still way more than you get in a lot of these shows. And it's just interesting because by starting the episode off by actually separating our boy, because usually if memory serves, I'm almost confident, like, it almost always starts off with, like, them together. So the idea of just, like, letting these two in the little student council room talk, it's just, like, it's great to just let the other characters feel like characters. Like, I don't know, in these types of shows, I don't really care a lot about the side cast, unless it's like a main friend or something like that. But like the student council president or anything like that, it's just, they're kind of whatever. Yet I feel like when characters talk in the show, they actually feel like people. Hell, even the characters bickering about who gets the playing field, like it just felt like people talking, but not in a drying, boring way. It was actually like, oh, this is kind of exciting. Like, let's see if we can solve this sort of a thing. Now, we do still have the drama, of course, and at face value, what the sister is saying is that, you know, hey, I met someone cute today. Here's you in stuffed animal forms. The eyes are just like yours, which is actually kind of a backhanded compliment if you think of it, because the stuffed animal's eyes are lifeless, so if you kind of say the eyes remind you, it could be considered an insult, but it is what it is. But pretty much what she wants to say is, yeah, I met this boy you constantly talk about, and, just so happen to be in love with him from my childhood. But no, she doesn't, because she clearly doesn't want to hurt her sister. Also, just wanted to add, I know there is some confusion about how it could be her, because the eye color is different in flashbacks versus present day. The answer is either going to be one of twofold. One, our boy is an unreliable narrator, meaning he misremembers what her eyes actually looked like, or she wears colored contacts. It's going to be as simple as that. Though she does give her a bit of a warning about how, like, she doesn't want to keep her feelings bottled up for too long, because it's true, you don't know who might come along and steal him. Now, honestly, that doesn't even come across as bitchy, if we're being honest, because imagine loving someone for that long, and it's very clear our boy still has feelings of a strong affection from his childhood. The fact that what caused the slap to occur was that he pretty much is just enthralled by what she's doing and saying, to the point that it reminds him of that love he had from way long ago, and he was surprised to learn that he can feel that again in present day. Thinking of another woman causes a slap, of course, is what it is. But the fact that that meant a lot to the both of them, one's getting close to properly moving on, and now the other has these unburied feelings, and it's conflicting because her sister's involved, and it's like, you don't want to hurt, but it's like, what do you do? Someone's getting hurt, and it's very clear to me it will be, of course, Alya's sister, but you still don't, like, she's a very pleasant person. It's very clear she's very nice, and it's like, no one deserves to have their heart broken, but as they say, three can be a crowd, and man, it still stings, because it's like, it'd be different if, like, if she just had a horrible personality, but if she had a horrible personality, I knew drama would be coming, in the way of, like, she would try to ruin things. She's just a cinnamon roll, and no cinnamon roll deserves to be stomped on, but at some point she's gonna drop that locket, like, they're gonna bump in the hallway or something, the locket's gonna fall off her neck, and that can of worms gonna get crazy. Let me know what you thought of this week's episode, and she said the thing, kind of, but this is the most emitting of I love you out loud. Even if it's in a different language, it was emitted. Fantastic. But thoughts down below. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new around here. Of course, ring that bell. And like I mentioned, we got those full live reactions over on Patreon. And hey, while you're over there, I'll also give you a video shout out. Alright, so today we got Osrin, Rion, Thrilled Axes 709, Proof Space, SW Me, Nanodog, and Jmons 9173. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and y'all have a good one.